Before we get to the video, check out my Patreon linked in the description of this video, where for $5 a month you get exclusive content such as sneak peeks at projects like upcoming videos, dioramas, stop motions, photography. You'll get a shout out in videos like this one. I also take video requests. You can see behind the scenes of my stop motions in toy photography, as well as exclusive stop motions in photography. Again, you get all these perks on my Patreon for $5 a month. Link to join in the description of this video. Now let's get to it. What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, I will be going through and breaking down every 2026 Studio Series Bayverse release. So without further ado, grab a snack, sit on back, and listen to me ramble. So first up here, let's talk about some of the obvious stuff. The Last Night Barricade and the Last Night Nemesis Prime, they were both revealed a couple months ago. Decent figures for what they are, but you know, they're not perfect. They have issues with them. But let's get down to some more juicy stuff that hasn't been revealed yet that we could speculate on even more. So for Studio Series Wave 2, we have absolutely nobody except for a TF1 Thundercracker, so it's not even worth it. It is literally filled with 40th anniversary Studio Series 86 stuff, so not even worth it. And then Wave 3 is when it starts to get extremely delicioso. So we have Deluxe Class Age of Extinction Bumblebee, Voyager, Age of Extinction Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, Leader Class Rise of the Beast Scourge, and Leader Class The Last Night Megatron. So let's break some of these down and talk about what could be going on with some of these characters. So the Age of Extinction Deluxe Bumblebee, that is definitely not going to be the high-octane version, I'm pretty sure, because with the Voyager Evasion Mode Optimus, it's literally labeled as Evasion Mode. It's not, you know, the other look he gets later on in the movie. So with Bumblebee here, I think if it was high-octane, it would have been labeled as Octane or High-Octane Bumblebee or something like that. So I definitely think this is the 2014 concept art Camaro Bumblebee, which I think, you know, it's obviously needed an update for mainline generations. Last time we got a figure of it was over 10 years ago, so it definitely needs it. But I don't know how Hasbro can really outdo themselves with that original Deluxe at this point, with Evan doing the designing instead of King Samlock. I don't know. With how the Last Night Barricade has been handled, it basically being on the same level as the 2017 Deluxe, just in different ways, I'm really not putting much stock or faith into this upcoming 2014 Camaro Bumblebee being anything better than the original Deluxe from 2014. But obviously, of course, I would love to be wrong, guys. I really want a Studio Series Bayverse figure at Deluxe Class, mind you, to really hit like those 2022, 2021 Deluxes did. But I don't know if I have much faith in that nowadays. It seems like Studio Series is kind of slipping a little bit in terms of accuracy and engineering with these Bayverse characters, unfortunately. It really does feel like gone are the days of the peak that was the 2020, 2021, 2022 engineering with these Bayverse releases. But again, hopefully this figure is way improved than the 2014 Deluxe we got. Now, going into Evasion Mode Optimus here, this is one of my favorite Optimus designs ever in the franchise. So I have high hopes for this. You know, it seems like the designers over at Hasbro and Takara, they are really banking on every Optimus release and trying to make it the best it possibly can be. So, I don't know, it would be nice to have an opening chest feature to show his spark like what we saw in the movie. That would be really crazy and amazing to see. Hopefully he comes with his blaster rifle, maybe even a battle axe of some sort, or maybe what they could do is build in, you know, a mouth plate feature similar to the Masterpiece figure, and I can't remember if a previous Optimus figure did the mouth plate feature or not in the main line, but you know, just something to add into it to make it feel a bit premium and to feel like, okay, they really put their all into this Optimus, and to make it seem like, you know, it's kind of like the definitive version. I know the original Evasion mode in the slew of retools and repaints that mold has had over the years, it's really considered one of the best movie figures, one of the best Optimus figures made. But, there is room for improvement in terms of accuracy to the CG model. So here's hoping that this figure is just as good as that original Voyager class, or even better for today's standards. Hopefully it's better, because over 10 years goes by, you would think there would be some sort of an improvement in terms of just overall engineering, look, and accuracy to the CG model in the movie. But honestly, we've seen some examples in Studio Series recently with these Bayverse releases where it's really kind of a toss-up with the older figures. So I don't know. I really don't have a clear-cut thought on if this figure is going to be peak or not. Obviously, I would love for it to be amazing, but I don't know. Gonna have to wait and see. But he's definitely one of my more anticipated releases for Studio Series next year. And then next up here, the Leader Class Rise of the Beast Scourge. This was already leaked to be just a reissue of the 2023 Leader Class, which I'm really not happy about, because obviously if you have two working eyes, you will notice that Scourge is extremely inaccurate to CG render in the movie, and he is based off of concept art of a look that he was going to have in the original cut of the movie, I'm pretty sure. And I just realized I'm talking about a movie figure that's not Bayverse, but whatever. It's still live action. So this is just, stuff that's either live action or just from the Bayverse. But, this figure is just going to be a reissue. And I'm not happy about this. It really feels like Hasbro is just being lazy and greedy at the same time, because they know this figure is kind of hefty on the aftermarket nowadays. So they're like, why not just reissue this and then maybe do a new, more movie accurate, CG accurate Scourge at some point down the line, maybe a couple years from now, so they could have their cake and eat it too. It's kind of scummy, but I mean, that's really just the name of the toy game at this point. You really just got to deal with it, unfortunately. But definitely going to be passing on this. I already had the original release from 2023. Didn't really like the figure. I thought it was mid at best, or decent. All the clear plastic, the backpack, just his engineering, and he just didn't feel too substantial for a Leader Class. So overall, I'm definitely skipping out on this reissue of Scourge here. And the last unknown and not revealed yet live action / Bayverse release for Studio Series in 2026 is the Leader Class, the Last Night Megatron. So this guy, again, with the Evasion mode Optimus, he's one of my most anticipated Studio Series releases next year. So hopefully they really take what worked with the original Voyager class and Leader class from 2017 and just kind of mash the two together and then improve upon that engineering with some modern 2026 engineering and just make one of the best live-action Hasbro Megatron figures ever. That would be the most ideal outcome. But again, honestly, I'm a little skeptical and cautiously optimistic at this point. I honestly don't know. It really can go either way with this release. I am liking that he's a Leader class and not a Voyager. That does give a lot more room in terms of budget, engineering, and just overall quality, and hope that he is better than the first two releases in 2017. But I don't know. It's really a toss-up. Hasbro, with some of these figures, you think it's going to be just an easy home run, like where can they go wrong? But then the figure's revealed or it's released and you see reviews or in-hand images or whatever, and you realize, they really kind of messed up this character when it really should have been straightforward to begin with. I don't know what to make of this just yet, but if I were to guess, I think this figure is at least going to be good, and it is going to be somewhat of an improvement from the Voyager class and Leader class in 2017. I had the original Leader class. The main problem with that was the arm cannon was a bit too inaccurate, and he had the gorilla arms with the hollowness in them. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to have gorilla arms this time around. They kind of stopped doing the gorilla arms nowadays. But hopefully it's just a good figure, man. I think it's at least going to be decent. Depending on the quality of it, I'll probably end up getting it like the Evasion mode Optimus as well. But again, gonna have to wait and see. And the last one is a Titan class Age of Extinction Grimlock. He was already revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. We saw some colored prototype images, still unfinished. We still don't know the price of him yet. So hopefully he's at least somewhat affordable, and I just might get him. But yeah, guys, let me know down below which of these live action / Bayverse releases are you most excited for Studio Series next year. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.